Begin afresh every morning. Devotional thoughts for women.
Good morning, dear friends. The topic for today, February 14th, 2023, is entitled Learning to Give Reports. The scripture reading is taken from Numbers chapter 14, verse 9. Only do not rebel against the Lord, nor fear the people of the land, for they are our bread. Their protection has departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them. After the report of the 12 spies who had gone to inspect the promised land, the discouraged, fearful multitude rose up in violent accusations against Moses and Aaron. They wanted to elect other leaders to lead them back to Egypt. Why did God ask for an inspection of the land before they entered it, instead of simply destroying the obstacles that appeared in their path? Perhaps God wanted to try their faith. The people did not trust in God in spite of having seen so many miracles. God had fed them in the desert, parted the sea, protected them day and night, and had allowed their clothing and footwear not to wear out. They were only a step away from reaching the objective of their long journey, and then they were filled with fear. We too trust in God in our daily lives, but we doubt His power when the problems are difficult or the situations are dire. God has led you so far. He will not leave you at the most critical time. Do not be afraid. Caleb, Joshua, and the other spies had lived through the same experience, but they came to different conclusions. The report of the other 10 was focused on the characteristics of the inhabitants of the land: strong, gigantic, capable of swallowing them alive. Joshua and Caleb did what God had asked. They spied out the land, Numbers chapter 13 verse 2, and they reported, "It flows with milk and honey. It grows huge grapes." The 10 spies compared the giant men to themselves and their fears, while Joshua and Caleb compared them to God. Next to divinity, those giants were so small and weak that they could be eaten like bread. Going against the majority is not easy. One needs conviction, but one especially needs to trust in God. The multitude decided to believe the majority, and they rejected the advice of Joshua and Caleb. They even talked about stoning them. They limited the power of God because of their doubts. Don't reject the warning that you don't like. Evaluate them before reacting too hastily. Compare them with the Bible. You could be rejecting a message from God. When men yield their hearts to unbelief, they place themselves under the control of Satan, and none can tell to what lengths he will lead them. Remember, your obstacles compared to God are the size of a piece of bread.